Hello and welcome to my first video on my Direwolf Leatherwork page. I want to say off the bat that this isn't going to be sales pitchy. I don't have a clearly defined reason for these videos yet because I kind of want to leave myself that opening for creativity. Not like I couldn't say, hey, I'm going to use these videos for this and then, incorporate something else. But what I'm really hoping to do is build a community out of this as a way to sort of put my face in front of, out there for people. If you can already tell, I'm not a great vlogger or streamer. Thinking that'll probably be something that maybe I can build up over time and these videos can get better and better. But yeah, I want to build a community. I want to have something where, you guys can comment back on some of these videos. Maybe you have questions on things, related to leather work or whatnot. And I'll probably do at some point a couple live videos as well. Those will be on Facebook, I'm thinking. But the topic for this first video, other than introducing my videos themselves, is the story of why I got into this. So back in about 2011, 2012, it was video games of all things that got me into leatherwork, and it was one of those sort of fantasy medieval dragons and swords type games. Couple of things you could do, like you could mine ore and use that ore and refine it and do blacksmithing. And at first it was like, wow, that would be really cool. Blacksmithing, I think, I don't know if people do that too often or not. Come to find out they do. It wasn't an option because I was in a one-bedroom apartment and setting up a forge probably wasn't going to work. But leatherworking was another thing you could do. You could skin animals and, that sort of thing, and then turn that stuff into, leather armor or whatnot. So I kind of put it out there to friends and family that I was really thinking about doing this. I didn't really know much about it at all. And my grandparents got in touch with me and said, hey, why don't you come over, and have some lunch with us, whatever. Come to find out, my grandfather did a lot of leather work on the side himself. He does rough finished carpentry. He worked for General Motors forever I say forever, that sounds bad, but he worked for General Motors, and I just learned more and more about what he did. He actually worked in design and all kinds of different areas, but he did leather work. So what he did was pull out his old tools that I didn't know existed because I didn't know he did this. Showed me a few things. And at the end of the couple hours or so I was there, he just said, here you go. So actually, I could have pulled this out earlier, I guess. This is the first thing, almost the worst. This is the first thing I ever did. So it was something that, just a strip of leather that we had, and he was showing me how to tool in a design, cut in designs and things like that. So I've kept that here, just, it was fun. So yeah, it was my grandfather Earl that got me into leatherwork. Since then, one of my cousins, Zach, had shown interest here and there, was asking me about it, and I got lucky, to be honest with you, because a lot of these tools, this box actually has my grandfather's name on it. It was his. He gave me at least half of these tools. I've bought more over time, but these are $7, $8, $9 each, and that adds up. So to get started, you really only need maybe 3 or 4, 5 of those tools at best. But yeah, my cousin, I looked around a little bit and was able to find a beginner's kit for him. It was on sale a couple years ago, and I was like, hey, here, Christmas gift to yourself type thing or whatnot. But even then, I want to say it was about $80, $90. And it came with more than them tools, but it can be an expensive hobby to get into, especially if you don't know if it's for you or not. So, again, that was the reason I got into it. Just needed another hobby, wanted a creative outlet, and it's something that has just grown and grown and grown, and I don't know, I love it. So I'm probably going to do some how-to videos here and there, small projects, that type of thing. People ask me a lot of times, like, okay, this wallet's pretty neat. How long did it take you to make it? And I don't really keep all that track. Part of it is I'm kind of having fun doing it, and like time flies when you're having fun type of thing. But it's also one of those things where as you get better, it takes less and less time too. I mean, you still have to take your time. You don't want to screw anything up, but in the end, it's handmade. Is it perfect? No. But is it strong quality? Is it going to last? You bet. So, if this is a hobby that maybe you're interested in, or you had questions about, I'm not an expert by any means, and there is a lot of great material out there, but I'm here, ask me questions. I've had friends and family do it, and if I don't know it, it's just something new that I learn, and then I can pass along to them. So I just love leather work in and of itself, and that's part of the reason for this series of videos. It's just an extension of that. If you have any questions, comments, any certain types of videos you would like to see, leave me a comment, let me know. And if any of this, seems of interest to you, please like and subscribe my YouTube page as well. Thank you.